everybody, I'm Elaine Woo. I hope you're coping as well as you can during this difficult time. A big thank you to Lara and the Burnaby Writers Society for the invitation to read tonight. Lara and I have had a lot of fun exchanges over social media and over email. This is the third time I'll be reading for Spoken Ink, and for that I'm grateful. My reading will be like a scrapbook show and tell, remembrance of friends who figured large in my life. Some of my poems are found in my second poetry collection, Put Your Hand in Mine, published by Signature Editions in 2019. And this is it here. I don't know if it's backwards in the camera. I have a couple of new poems as well. Also a gift tonight. A talented composer friend based in Las Vegas, Ryan Leo Helmuth, will be sharing his music. You can find his music on YouTube, and you can show him your support by subscribing to his channel. Here's Ryan's composition, Purple Sunset. Whoops. I'm moving on the picture. Here I'm back. Here's Purple Sunset. Oh, bless you. That was Purple Sunset by Ryan Leo Helmuth, a composer based in Las Vegas. He has a YouTube channel, and if you want to hear more of his music, please do subscribe. I lost a dear friend, Kiko, some years ago. She was a senior I met while teaching an ESL class on a volunteer basis at a local community center. Originally from Kyoto, she spent summers in Vancouver and the remainder of the year in Japan. In Japan, she was a sought-after calligraphy teacher and published poet. She was also a crafter, and she made all the crafts I held up while playing Purple Sunset. She did the felted hearts, and the origami bookmark, and the origami crane. We became friends afterwards, She wanted to improve her English and her ability to write in English. Generous of heart, she taught me how to roll sushi. And she did a demonstration for another friend. Akiko introduced me to a Japanese form of structured poetry, tanka. Some of my first published poems are tanka and appear with Akiko's poems in this tanka magazine, Gus Contemporary Tanka. I'll hold it up one more time. It's the magazine is published out Burnaby, BC, and it publishes English language tanka. Most Westerners are familiar with haiku, which has a structure of 5/7 5 syllables. And haiku is characterized by the juxtaposition of ideas or images. The word tanka is translated a short song. It uses literary techniques such as personification, metaphors, and similes. Traditional Japanese tanka poems consist of 31 syllables written in a single unbroken line. In English, tanka is usually broken into 5 lines of 5, 7, 5, 7, and 7 syllables. It uses literary devices such as personification, metaphors, and similes. Midway through the tanka poem, there's a change in perception. Literature figured largely in Akiko's life. References to reading appear in the 2 tanka poems of Akiko's I'll be reading now, and they're from Gus, the magazine I held up earlier. The first poem appears in Gus number 10. I'll show the cover one more time. And Gus is subtitled Contemporary Tanka. It's tanka of today. This piece is untitled, as are most of the tanka in Gus number 10. Light is turned off. Inside the window over the courtyard, the person might be tired of reading, I suppose. The second poem is in Gus number 9. I'll show the cover again. Beautiful photography on the cover, and it's revealing of Akiko's concerns. I am eager to read. A live books as of silkworm eats mulberry leaves. I know my life is limited surely. Here's my poem about Akiko. For Akiko, the year you turned 70, I emailed you. Reply, I had head surgery. Your emails and phone calls ceased. Though my writing robe bears tears, still I knit scarves of other texts, yarn of your memory. Akiko, I hope you're in that big library in the sky, or reincarnated as a student with your whole life ahead of you to learn to your heart's content. Also, for Akiko, I'm playing Ryland's piece Over. And I'm going to duck out of the picture for a second to turn it on. And that was Over by Ryan Leo Helmuth. His YouTube channel is under his name, so it's very easy to find him. Moving on to another dear person, Jean Melanson, a Vancouver poet of Icelandic ancestry and a former college English instructor, edited many of my early poems for my first book, Cycling with the Dragon. When I first left the creative program at UBC, I turned to her, whom I met through a mutual friend. She has a long history in Vancouver's poetry scene, dating back many decades, and worked with a group called the Quintet. She did not have an easy life. After stomach surgery in midlife, her doctor gave her the antibiotic gentamicin to ward off infection. But the problem with this triggered a debilitating condition. It caused the hair follicles in her ears to destruct, and for her to lose her balance thereafter. She told me her vision was fractured, like permanently viewing the world through a kaleidoscope. If you can imagine your visual images being broken up into little colored fractured bits, that would be what it would be like. This caused her great difficulty in walking and even navigating safely around. Later on, in later years, she became deaf. During one of my visits to her home, she gave me a copy of her book Between Cup and Lip. Let me see if I have it here, just to show the cover. She published several books, and you can find them at your local bookstore or perhaps through Chapters Indigo. She faced a lot of emotional turbulence with so many handicaps. And I'll be reading one of her poems, Variations on the Theme of Hunger. This is again from Between Cup and Lip. I think so many of us in today's society, we do suffer from hungers, both physical and emotional. And so I think it's a very fitting poem for today's times. Definition: eating is belonging. The crucial confession: you're part of the come and go, the in and out. Eating is collusion with time. To eat is to disperse, decompose. To eat is to emit death through your mouth. Remedies: to assuage hunger, read the incantations and recipe books. 1 cup pearl barley, butter the size of an egg. Those images will still your craving, fill your hollows with words. There are 2 birds on a branch. One eats the fruit, the other looks at it. Be the bird who watches, looks for hours at intact eggs on a wooden board. Occupy the small space between cup and lip. Another poem of hers acknowledging her deafness. The deaf. Their fingers and faces spell. Their mouths and eyebrows dance letters. It is a flesh-made word. This tactile, antic lexicon redeems the body, silent and kinetic. It signifies, and when I am admitted into this other dimension, the blessed company of the deaf, when I am mute and shine with meaning at my fingertips, when my body's random twitching has been schooled, and every gesture utters, when I am legible, turn into words, what will my name be? Shall I be called by an eye name, or a mouth name, or an ear name? Seal your lips, hush my tongue. My face is Look, words I spell. In an email to me 4 years ago, she said of writing, "It's interesting, being a writer, no matter where you are and what is happening to you, something in you, aware, like a pilot light, of the possibility of writing." I don't think Jean, or Anna Jean, as she is known on social media, Anna being the name she used in certain circles, is aware of this poem I wrote to honor her. Here it is. Coming Home, for Anna. Your hospitality extended, fizzing elderflower juice from green genie bottles, downing the bubbly drink, my taste buds smile in pleasure. Behind us, your diffident tabby tiptoes from room to room, unfazed by my presence in her country. Her acceptance comes by way slinking round my legs. Your embroidered boho tunic speaks artistry and home. Calendar time marks the long highway between our visits. Yet little has changed. Being with you is an easy chair. Without ache in your voice, you speak of your loss of vision in one eye. You have full spectrum light adaptation, computer screen adjustment. Maybe this is an opening, not a closure. We speak the parlance of book cover art, paper tones, typescript, ways to hook an audience, learning French via poetic engrossment. Your kudos swing my world. Our words slowly trickle low. And that's in gratitude to Anna Jean, or Jean as she's more usually known to her friends. For Jean, I'm playing Ryland's Nocturne No. 1 in C-moll. To quote Ryland, "There's beauty in the darkness." I'm going to lean out of the screen for a second to turn on Ryland's music. And that was part of Nocturne No. 1 C-moll. And if you'd like to hear the rest, please do tune into Ryland's YouTube channel at Ryland Leo Helmuth at YouTube. And I'd like to thank Ryland for kindly sharing his music, and he recently produced a horror opera in his hometown in Vegas, and I believe some of the music from that is online at YouTube as well. And if you like my poems, you can purchase Put Your Hand in Mine at your local bookstore or on the Signature Editions website. If you like Ryland's, Akiko's, or G. Melanson's work, Look them up and support them too. Thank you so very much for your time. Thank you again, Lara and the Burnaby Writers Society.